queue, folks. I shouldn't have bothered. Oh, folks, look at this. I'm going to try and park in Lidl's because you're going to get a parking space in there. The drive-through queue's too big. Right, I've parked in Lidl's. They've got traffic control on, would you believe it? Traffic control for Hortons. So I'm going to try and walk across and see if I can go in, folks. But it's looking far too busy, but we'll have a shot. Okay folks, let's review my first experience of Tim Horton. Actually, who was Tim Horton? While I was waiting in the excessive queue, I managed to read the wee things on the wall. Tim Horton was actually an ice hockey player in the top 10 NHL Hall of Fame of all time. A Canadian ice hockey player. So there you go folks. And he's obviously franchised out all over the world on his little drive-through coffee and pancake shops. So I wasn't familiar with Tim Hortons. I've never really heard of it before, apart from obviously Jag mentioning it the other day, and I've heard of it kind of now and again, but didn't know what to expect or what it actually was. So I've looked at the menu. The menu's actually really good. I thought the menu is really, really good. The food in it looks really nice. Obviously need to maybe try some of the stuff. I didn't really know what to order because I didn't actually see the menu until I went in. So anyway, first impressions. The drive-through queue was just ridiculous. It was all the way around the roundabout. This guy's way around me. Careful, mate. It was halfway around the roundabout, halfway down the Kingsway, so it was actually blocking the road. People trying to get into Lidl's car park couldn't get in because the Tim Horton people were diverting the traffic, weren't doing a particularly good job, I didn't think. And they were stopping the people going into even Lidl's. So anyway, it was a total shambles, total shambles. So anyway, I parked the car in Lidl's and I thought I'll go inside just to kind of sit in. So got in, massive queue. I heard people moaning and shouting because they weren't getting served. So anyway, I stood in the queue, 20 minutes, it didn't even move. There were machines, you know, the machines like McDonald's, you just do your self-service orders. The guy was guarding them and not letting anybody actually put an order in because they were too busy in the kitchen, they couldn't take any more orders. So that caused an uproar with people. This woman in front of me was going mad. So anyway, eventually they let us go and order on the machines because the queue was getting too big. So I didn't know what to order anyway. I went and put my order in. I thought I'll just try out a breakfast muffin thing. Just like the McDonald's one, sausage, egg, and a hash brown, and a coffee. And so I selected my meal. For some reason I selected an extra hash brown, I don't know why. But anyway, the price was really good, $2.49 I think it was. Very good price, very competitive prices. I took my ticket and I waited. I had to wait about 10 minutes and then I went and got my seat. So first thing I did, I opened my coffee. It was black, no milk or nothing. You can select how many sugars you want. So maybe there was a bit to say, do you want milk? But I didn't see it. So I ended up with a black coffee, which I wasn't too happy with, and I couldn't find any milk. And the queue was too big to go back and ask for milk. So anyway, that was that. Opened my breakfast bun thing. Honestly, it's like they were so busy. It's just like they bunged it into a bag, and it was just a shambles, folks, as you've seen on the wee clip there. The presentation was a shambles. It was like somebody had half bitten my muffin, but I think it just ripped from the from the other half of the muffin, but the presentation was awful, absolutely awful. I didn't know how to eat it. I'd asked for ketchup on it, so you can select ketchup or brown sauce. I'd selected ketchup, but the ketchup was just like dabbed on one side of it and was falling off the other end. So again, that was bad. Yeah, so I didn't know how to eat it. I had to kind of sit for 2 minutes to figure out how to pick the thing up. So anyway, I tried to eat it and it just, of course, went all over the place because the muffin was far too small. I had a few bites. I mean, it tasted okay, but it was just a mess, a total mess. So I decided I'm going to just leave it and just come out of here. So I took my coffee. So next complaint, the coffee, it was far too hot to hold. I couldn't hold it. So I had to actually balance it on my wallet to carry it out like that because I kept burning my hands. Maybe because it's just black and there's no milk. But actually the black coffee tastes okay. It tastes fine actually. The inside, it's actually really nice inside. This guy's cleaning it all the time. So inside I have no problem with a huge selection of donuts and things which look really nice. But I think it's like my visit to Starbucks in Montrose. First impressions were awful, really bad. Just for the presentation, the taste, they were just far too busy. Didn't have enough staff like everywhere else. So it's definitely worth a second visit because you'll give them the benefit of the doubt because it's all new, only opened on Monday, far too busy, they couldn't cope. But if you're paying for food, you expect something a bit decent. I know mine was only £2.49, so I didn't actually mind. But first impressions, folks, shambles, absolute shambles. So for the whole Tim Hortons experience, I'm only going to give it a 3 out of 10 because, as I'd say, it just wasn't an experience. It was just like an ordeal. But we will go back because it does look nice and the food does look nice. Wait for it to calm down a bit and we'll try it maybe when it's not so busy, folks. So that's Tim Hortons in Dundee. First impression, 3 out of 10, I'm afraid.